Oh, yeah, put your microphone over here.
It would be good, so to have that.
Trying to get my face about as they're compensating for noise, because whenever I run this through the editing, it's either my voice is either your my voice is either a lot louder than yours or your voice is a lot quieter than mine. So I'm trying to be the director and audio engineer and just make sure everything's perfect. Of course, it's not going to be. So.
Most certainly.
But yeah. Anyway, welcome to the Monkey Bar. This is probably episode 46, I think. We have a lot of episodes in the backlog right now. I was actually editing episode 43 before I got here. And I don't know, I've been kind of slacking off recently with because I got a lot of stuff going on. I got the comic I'm working on. I got my art classes, which are going to be up by the end of this month.
Right.
I'll probably pass, hopefully.
Dab on the teachers. God, they had the fucking guys at work do that. Mm-hmm. They had a manager say, "Dab on the bad customers." Actual thing they said.
Ugh. I mean, a lot. I feel like I don't think I'm the oldest person in the class, but I kind of feel like I am. A lot of people there are out of high school or still in high school.
You know that feeling that when you hear someone talk about man, remember growing up and when you're really little and you used to watch that Ben 10 show, and you kind of feel your face shrink up and go old. You feel like Captain America at the end of Endgame.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I will.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I know that I've seen Ben 10 memes starting to make a comeback because of the Area 51 memes.
Oh, I'm neutral on those. There's some of those that are good.
Yeah. It's kind of an interesting concept that's probably not going to be realized in the real world.
Yeah.
Because they're saying it's going to happen September 20th. And I can't see this meme lasting the week, to be honest. People are just going to forget about it by then.
Yeah, if someone fucking breaks in there and you're just going to have a guy with a trombone.
Before the MPs just blow his body into a million pieces.
No, he is the MP. He's got machine guns on his trombone. I need to see someone make that like a slide rack for a trombone that you can put on your gun.
Well, speaking of sad trombone music, you want to talk about the recent developments with the 007 movie?
There will be a black female 007.
Yes, as this has probably been spread across the internet for about a month by now. But yeah, apparently this isn't a new James Bond who's black. It's it's a different character who is taking the mantle of James Bond. It's it's going to have that moment in the movie that we see in a lot of Hollywood movies nowadays, where the old white man who is weak and unable to carry the burden of being action hero man, so he just hands off his burden to a much more capable, strong, independent minority person for them to carry this franchise and probably bury it into the ground by the end of the movie.
I don't like most new 007 films.
Yeah, I was watching a retrospective of the Daniel Craig movies. Mm-hmm. I guess the general consensus is that the first one, Casino Royale, was really good, and everything after that just was I don't know, this isn't my words. I didn't see Quantum of Solace. I saw Skyfall. I haven't seen Spectre yet, but apparently most of the movies after Casino Royale, they kind of portray Bond as being this outdated sort of tool of the government with no personality of his own. And yeah, it does seem to be I don't know.
That's the issue. Bond always oozed charisma.
Yeah, exactly. And Daniel Craig's portrayal of him is more just this blank slate almost. He doesn't really have that sort of charm that Sean Connery had, or the suaveness that Pierce Brosnan had, or the goofiness that Roger Moore added to the character. I haven't actually seen any of the Roger Moore Bond movies.
Was there one of those where they have him try and use a Chinese laptop and there's 500 keys and he just says, no.
I don't know. That sounds like a Brosnan film, because like just the word laptop is probably
yeah.
like the word laptop didn't actually exist.
No
until,
keyboard. Technically, it's a keyboard.
Yeah, like everything like in the Sean Connery films, the phrase laptop had a completely different meaning.
God. Oh,
That's probably the name of a Bond girl that got rejected.
I like the Bond villain names. Like Odd Job's one of my favorites.
Uh-huh.
I want Odd Job to fight Kung Lao in a fighting game, just like have them throwing hats at each other.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I actually saw GoldenEye a couple months ago, and it still holds up. Like, it was the first blockbuster Bond film, and it sort of set the tropes that are most commonly known in Bond films, like the gadgets, the Aston Martin, the like espionage stuff, and I think like the henchmen. They might have been in the other two movies before.
I really like really super colorful henchmen.
Mm-hmm.
God,
There was a good game on Steam that came out a while ago. It's sort of a tribute to GoldenEye on the N64. It's called The Spy Who Shot Me, and it has this sort of goofiness in the script that's like I guess is circa the Moore era. Mm-hmm. And like I remember watching Vinesauce play it, and it looked pretty good. I actually bought it, but I haven't played it yet. It's another game on the pile of my backlog.
You know Steam Train, the old game grumble?
Oh, yeah.
I feel Steam Train's opening too much. He bought too many games and something fucking.
Now we gotta play them all. So I bought the Steam Train.
No, because fuck, my Steam Train is like 500 generic classic RPGs. Like, fucking, if you see my Steam library, you would imagine I'm a 50-year-old man who like plays D&D on Sundays. Like, I got my level. I know this guy. I used to work with him. I recently lost my job. Fuck that job. Dude had a character. Oh yeah, I've been playing since second edition of the same character. He'd be like level 1000.
Mm-hmm. You say you're old for playing D&D. Like
no, I'm talking old school D&D CRPG.
Right. I was about to say, like, I was playing Solitaire on the computer a couple weeks ago. Now that is an old man game.
Fuck. My grandmother plays Solitaire on her computer.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually pretty good at it.
Yeah, I was actually playing not expert, but like hard difficulty, and I was still able to beat it. Yeah.
You think you're tough? I'll play Solitaire on hard.
But yeah, you were making me think about when you brought up Steam Train. You're making me reminisce of when Game Grumps was good.
God.
I think that the last Game Grumps videos I watched were Doodle Dudes with Chris from Oni Plays.
I think my favorite ones were when they played Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah, I remember that was a while ago when they did the first one.
Yeah, they did like the other one that has. It taught me what the fucking not colonoscopy, where they stick the hose up your ass and they shoot water till you crap.
Enema.
Not like it's a fancy one.
A bidet?
But yeah, I think they had a bidet joke in there. It was a puzzle that you had to solve.
Uh-huh.
God. Hey, you know what I really do like about 007 that I think doesn't get brought up a lot? It was such a colorful, interesting world.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of colorful worlds.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching some Half in the Bag because that's what I do when I play Zelda now. I have to listen to Rich Evans laugh.
Mm-hmm.
I like Man of Steel is the anti-fun. DC was anti-fun until Shazam.
Yeah.
And I miss fun settings, fun films, you know.
Now it has to all be politically motivated.
Speaking of that, can I talk about the trailer I am super excited for?
Sure.
Jumanji 2, The Next Level. So the basic conceit is that they rebuild the Jumanji game station and they find out one guy got sucked in, so it's up to the heroes from the last film, or at least two of them, to go in there. Unfortunately, the girl's still a girl. The big tough black guy is Jack Black. And Danny DeVito and Danny Glover will be impersonated by The Rock and Kevin Hart. And I just love this. The Jumanji films are just fucking hysterical. Like, the original's a classic.
Yeah.
But I have trouble watching it because Robin, and I feel so. I miss Robin Williams.
I mean, he's a good actor, and I think he really sells the part.
He does. Yeah. I just go like, oh man, too bad, that he, was taken from us.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you could say that about any actor in Hollywood, though,
true.
who's dead now, but was alive back when they filmed them.
Sorry, Stan Lee, we'll miss you.
Mm-hmm.
But like Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle is fucking awesome and fun.
Mm-hmm.
They have a fucking killer hippo, and I love it so much.
I might have to give that a shot.
I really recommend it. Come in with low expectations. Don't expect any references to the original.
Okay. Yeah, but speaking of Stan Lee, did you say you watched Spider-Verse?
I did.
What did you think of his cameo there?
I think it's my second favorite.
What's your first favorite?
My first favorite would have to. God, it was the Spider-Man one. Spider-Man 2, I think it was.
Yeah.
Where Doc Ock jumps through there. That was the first time I realized it was Stan Lee.
Uh-huh.
So there was nostalgia to it.
Yeah. Well, he only shows up for like half a second where he's pulling the woman away from the rubble.
I know, but it's.
Well, yeah, like he actually is a hero in that scene.
I know.
I think I see what you're going at.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that Spider-Verse is my favorite.
I would say of recent ones, Spider-Verse is my favorite.
Yeah. Favorite Stan Lee cameo, and also favorite Spider-Man film for me.
If it had to come from an MCU movie, it would have to be Thor Ragnarok. My hands are a little shaky.
Uh-huh.
Me and my mom bonded over Thor movies. She loves Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah. Yeah, but I've still been lurking the Comics Matter Facebook page, and they hate the Thor movies. Like, they hate how like they turn him into a joke or something. But the thing is, Thor is an actually good character when he's sort of treated as a joke.
He's a character that needs levity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I don't think that the sort of epic, like Asgardian sort of like Jack Kirby like loftiness sort of translates to the films.
I will say this though, I really do fucking love Thor 2.
Really?
Because so Loki was in it, right? Mm-hmm. It was a really cool thing to see that Loki is a character. What turned me on to him as a character is you see that he's actually, intelligent and emotional. Mm-hmm. And also, I fucking love the monster designs. And you can see when a Korg species in there. I like to imagine it's Korg's dad. By the way, I was talking about this. What I fucking hate more than anything when it comes to film adaptations of comics is when they take a character and literally transcribe onto the screen. Mm-hmm. It never works. Yeah. You have to change them up.
Yeah, especially in superhero comics.
Like, Emil Blonsky from the Abomination when he was in Incredible Hulk. Mm-hmm. And gone, I am Soviet Hulk from KGB. I am here to kill you. Mm-hmm. But then they made him into a fucking super soldier who then gets Hulk blood in him.
Mm-hmm. I remember reading that the Abomination, they were originally going to have him look like he does in the comics with the fin ears. Yeah. But they said like how if we do that, then we're going to have Hulk bite one of them off like Mike Tyson. But like I guess Marvel wouldn't let them do that, so they just changed the design.
That's fucking sad. Here's my thing. The Ang Lee Hulk movie? Mm-hmm. I kind of like it. I like the final sequence where they have the dad, the absorbing man, where he references Hulk's greatest foes. Mm-hmm.
See, I remember that when I remember watching that at my dad's house, and like it was on this crappy CRT TV, and because like the whole sequence is set at night, I couldn't see a damn thing that was happening on screen. So like,
what's happening? There's a flash of light, and you hear a man grunt.
Yeah, but that makes me think of the editing that they did in the Ang Lee Hulk movie. Mm-hmm. How they had all those split screens and stuff to make it look more like a comic book, and how Spider-Verse actually did that a lot better.
Yeah, Spider-Verse. If Spider-Verse should do a Hulk movie.
That'd be interesting.
I'd actually like to see them do other Marvel properties. Because can you picture a Spider-Verse, not Deadpool, maybe Deadpool, but like a Spider-Verse X-Men movie? Mm-hmm.
Well, I could see a Gwenpool movie being done as Spider-Verse.
Oh, I love Gwenpool so much. It was the last Marvel comic I really got into.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know that it's known for like all the fourth wall breaking like stuff. And I think that would fit really well with the Spider-Verse style.
Hey, both of you ever meet Spider-Gwen?
Yeah.
Hey, look, we both got pink highlights.
Like, if you were asked to save the 007 series, what would you do?
I have an idea, but I'm also a fan of schlocky movies, so be warned. I would have it be a good homage to the classic ones. You set it back when there were still spies and Soviet war stuff, and you make it full of homages that are still original, stand on their own. So like have a henchman who's like, they call him the two-punch man because he punched you twice and that is the poison and that is the catalyst. Something like that. And you make it like sort of almost a love letter to where Bond started.
Yeah, I've seen people say they should go back to just adapting the original novels, which I don't know. I haven't actually read any of the novels, so I'm not really one to judge.
One of my uncles stole the entire Bond novels here from the library back in the 70s. Like the entire collection. Got his ass kicked.
Yeah, I would almost say that, like the James Bond movies, they could, I don't know, I don't know how I would even begin. I'd say, going back to their roots would be, the best step in the right direction.
Make it the origin of Odd Job. No, make a Bond movie where it's about one of the hitmen trying to kill Bond.
Yeah, you could probably...
That'd be a spinoff.
I'm sort of hesitant about saying, there should be a Bond cinematic universe.
No, it's not. It's still a Bond movie. It's just Bond... You could still have Bond still be the major focus, but what you do is you have a hitman in almost every scene. He could be like the chameleon from Marvel, and he's a master of disguise.
I just remembered, going off topic, I remember Sony was going to do a Sly Cooper movie after they did the Ratchet and Clank movie. And I'm actually kind of glad that they didn't go through with it because the character designs in the trailer looked awful, especially Murray. They made him look more like an actual hippo.
Okay, wait, there were fucking designs made?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'll have to show you later. But his snout is protruding like an actual hippopotamus.
I like Sly Cooper.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favorite franchises or video game trilogies from that era.
I remember being terrified of Clockwork.
Oh yeah, I remember being kind of disappointed what they did with his character after the first game. How they just kind of made him an object or like a robot suit for the real main villain to get into.
You know what I also remember? I really liked I liked the term Phoebus Raccoonus. We're just at an eus and the unus noun. Ratchet and Clank, I really liked those games growing up.
Yeah, me too. Never finished the third game because I couldn't beat the final boss. But
which one was that?
That was Dr. Nefarious in the third game.
Oh.
It was the part where he has all those holograms rushing you, and I guess you're supposed to duck into a crater or something while he's doing that, but I was never able to figure it out.
You know what I also liked? What was his name? Quark something. Captain Quark.
Yeah, Captain Quark.
God, he was great. Yeah. I haven't seen the new movie they did, but okay. Ratchet and Clank.
I heard people say skip it and just play the remake because it's basically the same thing.
You know what game would be a great game to turn to a film? I'd like to see a game based on or movie based on Monster Rancher. Make it, but don't let Illumination touch it.
I'd like to see a Digimon movie.
Oh, that'd be good.
Since they just did Detective Pikachu.
And plus you can get away with really CG designs, really cartoonish designs of creatures.
Yeah. But we're not we're going to get off the topic of good video games and talk about Detroit Become Human, because I just got that off of PS Plus for free, and I still feel like I wasted my money. But you actually paid money for yours, didn't you? $15
fucking. I'm going to fucking find David Cage, and I'm going to beat him till $15 drops off of him like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I don't know, The one positive that I can say about Detroit is that it has really good art direction.
It does. If someone else wrote the fucking story, it may have been a good story.
Yeah, and had actual gameplay in it. The writing is awful.
Could I ask a question? So how was your outcome for Connor in the first part?
Like, yeah, he gets harassed by the protesters, which I guess you can bypass or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just starting the part where they encounter the bad son for like the second time. And it's like,
Can I tell you how far I got into the game?
sure.
So I beat Connor is the cool one with the coin, the detective.
Oh no, I was thinking Marcus.
Oh, Marcus.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. See, Marcus is so forgettable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Like
And-
Connor's the only one who's memorable.
And you walk into the room and you see the thing and you open up the gilded bird cage and you turn on the robot bird and you go cheep, 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 cheep. And that's when I did the.
It's kind of like a worse version of Blade Runner, where like
It's like Blade Runner, but too blatant.
yeah, exactly.
It's Blatant Runner. Blatant Runner.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the part where like the androids are all like standing in the back of the bus, I can just hear somebody screaming, "Commentary! Commentary! Do you get this?"
That's David Cage's maiden call. Commentary and elevators. Get away from me, you fucker!
Like I think the first point in the game where I just burst out laughing was with Todd, where he's like freaking out for no reason. He's just like, I did everything for you, and he's just like screaming like a pro wrestler, and it's supposed to be like this emotional moment, but it's just so over the top and just I
God, you know what they should... I want David Cage to do a game, but he's not allowed to have Ellen Page unless everyone else is a WWE wrestler. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? WWE wrestlers are the best actors, trust me. Have you ever seen Santa Slay?
no.
Goldberg, are you familiar with him? He plays fucking an evil Santa Claus. And it's fucking awful. I love it so much.
Didn't Hulk Hogan do a Christmas movie too?
Hulk Hogan is the one...
It was Santa with muscles.
God, I hate Hulk Hogan so much.
Really?
He is anti-charisma to me. I also, I don't watch wrestling as much as I used to. I like the behind-the-scenes stuff because you find out these fucking people are usually some form of insane degenerate, and that's not exaggeration. But, Hulk Hogan is just yeah, I'm the American. He's got a good theme song. Fuck, it's a great theme song.
Yeah.
But he's Hulk Hogan, he's a fucking creep.
I like Vinesauce Joel. When he was playing Hard Time, and he tried to make Hulk Hogan in the character creation, and he just called him Bulk Bogan because it was such a dumb looking character. And then his voice is like, "Ooh yes, me pump up the muscles, I'm growing stronger."
Vinesauce would be a great voice actor, Joel.
Yeah. Yeah, he actually does his own music too, the metal albums. Scythe Lord is the name of his more professional music. And then he did in Varg Skeletor, he does the goofier stuff like Robert Kopp.
God.
Vinny also does some good music. Red Vox is his band.
Every time I hear the name Vinny, all I picture is just the most fucking Italian guy possible. Hey, Vinny! God. Yeah, I don't know why my eyes been hurting all day.
It's probably the humidity out there.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the new Terminator thing?
Yeah, I did.
What the fuck does the Terminator do for 60 years? He's growing old. Does he just sit in his log cabin and go and just collect guns?
Yeah, this is skin suit age.
I like the idea of it, the skin suit age, just because it was supposed to be cut off from somebody and attached onto a robot.
It also explains Arnold Schwarzenegger looking so bad now.
I also like the mental image of him playing solitaire for fucking 60 years straight. God.
I'm trying to look up, because I wrote down the talking points and now I lost my place in the... Whatever, I think I remember most of them.
Hey, another thing about Detroit. Did you know that there is an egregious amount of times the character can blow their brains out?
Really?
There's a fucking compilation of shooting yourself in the head.
I also got Heavy Rain with that.
Is Heavy Rain good?
I heard people say it's mediocre, which is probably the best compliment you can give to a David Cage game.
Real fast, I fucking love the term mediocre. Mad Max Fury Road sold that term. You remember that scene? Where he goes to the guy Nux and you will ride a turtle to Valhalla. And Nux trips and eats shit on the back of the truck and he goes, mediocre. God.
I think the Detroit actually is a little bit higher rated than Heavy Rain, but making it the best so far, which is kind of sad.
I actually kind of liked Beyond Two Souls. I kind of did.
Really?
I liked the idea. I liked the conceit.
Yeah, I'm kind of the opposite. I like the idea of psychic powers, but if it's like some ghost boy doing everything for me, then I'm kind of.
What I
against
would do is you have to work with him, but he doesn't work for you.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't like something, you have to fucking fight with the ghost and find ways to, fuck you, invisible ghost. And he's like, fuck you too.
Mm-hmm. I also don't like the idea of Ellen Page being a stand user.
Oh.
Did I just ruin it for you?
Kind of. Fuck. Do you know else who kind of counts as a stand user? Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2, because Rodan becomes a stand temporarily.
Yeah, everything always comes back to JoJo.
I know. JoJo is either so weird that it's so niche it applies to everything.
Yeah, it's really, I think it kind of falls under the category of made for no one and appeals to everyone as a result.
Yeah. I'm sorry, it's still my favorite line. I fucking need to watch it. But I'm actually considering by this time next week, I will watch all of the Netflix Evangelion things and give my, my fucking... I will have to tap into my ancient weeb self. Fuck. I can't wait to see how they ruin Asuka.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you can ruin her any further.
No, you can't. You can fucking ruin any character, in my opinion. Do you know how?
How?
Baka Shinji! As now. You Baka Shinji. I have no emotion because this is a Netflix Evangelion. The fucking Unit 1 goes, as it's ripping Zero in half. God.
Yeah. What else? Oh, yeah. I was thinking about this because I was watching an episode of Oni Plays, and they were mentioning Chalk Zone, and how that's kind of a horrifying concept. If you have, like, a magic chalk that you can draw anything with it. I think one of them says, do you think that when he's a teenager, he, like, just starts, like, drawing women on the chalkboard and has sex with them?
Oh, my God.
And then, for me, it's like, like, they probably, like... And then it's even more horrifying, because, like, after
Picture how 13-year-olds draw women.
And then when he's, like, finished, they, like, dissolve from the inside.
Oh, God!
Because, like, when they touch liquid, then, like, the chalk dissolves.
If you want to play in the rain, wear a raincoat.
But, yeah, like, for me, what's even more... the one that's even has more... unfortunate implications. The one show I thought of was Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Fuck yes.
For me, it's like, because I think it was when I was like early in my teen years, like 12 or 13. I think that's actually when it came out, or something maybe earlier. But I was already thinking of that stuff in my mind. Like, do you think like the government like has all an academy for kids, and they like show them like war cartoons, and then like the kids imagine like super soldiers to put in the battlefield.
Do you think that there's picture Japan's Imaginary Friends? Oh, I had this idea of making sort of a parody homage to it, where the idea is that it's a small town in this world. If you have an imaginary friend, they fucking kill your kid. Because they're eldritch horrors that only grow stronger the angrier they get. And it's, and this one fucking kid hides his friend, and his friend becomes a 30-foot giant bug monster. And it also desires to eat government officials.
Yeah, like imaginary friends in Japan. That made me think of, remember Kappa Mikey?
No.
It was like a American take on anime, where it's like this... like this American guy, he moves to Japan, and like all his friends are like all these different styles of anime characters, and it's better than it sounds. From what I've heard, because I remember watching it on Nicktoons Network back like a long time ago, probably more than a decade ago, and for me it kind of fell flat. But like apparently it's really savvy and like on Japanese anime and the tropes therein.
You know what I think? What was I thinking of? Shit. Fuck. I forgot. Oh, I forgot. You know what would be the most horrifying cartoon world to live in is? SpongeBob. Think of a fucking horror that you buy a sponge, to wash yourself, and it's a fucking dehydrated corpse staring at you. Oh, no, I can't stand its face off. God. Remember Clifford the Imaginary Dog?
The big red
The
one?
red dog, whatever the fuck his name is.
Clifford.
No, remember American Dragon Jake Long?
Yeah.
That was kind of okay, I remember.
I didn't watch it. I think that was right when I was starting to grow out of cartoons as a kid. Now I've like grown back into a man-child who watches cartoons.
When you were evolving, somebody kept hitting B.
I don't know. Like I don't really watch cartoons like I did like a couple years ago. Like a lot of the new stuff. Because I remember I actually like the one cartoon that I kept up with kind of was Steven Universe back in the day. But like I think everybody has that moment where like they realize that it's not a very good show and they just stop watching. For me, the point where I stopped watching, I think it was right before it started getting really bad, which was somewhere in the middle of, I think, season 2. It was right after Greg, Steven's dad, gets rich. So it was right before that episode, which I hear is a pretty good episode. I take a lot of the praise of Steven Universe with a big fat grain of salt nowadays, though.
It'd be a good show if you don't mind the eldritch horror of the fan base.
Uh-huh.
But don't worry,
Even then, there's a lot of wasted potential that I could see.
I like the one song with Ruby, the one that's parodied in Undertale.
I don't know which one that is.
The stronger one, where
yeah, that one. That's the one that everybody knows.
Because it was fucking an Undertale, and Undertale and Steven Universe overlap for one brief moment, and you cut the fucking Thor holding 2 chains trying to keep him back.
or Spider-Man with
The
trying
2
to stop a
ships.
train. Yeah.
I'm trying to fucking picture, like, I'm at, oh, fuck. I still hate I know so much about Five Nights at Freddy's. I fucking hate that so much.
Huh.
Like, you know how you have Undertale? You know how you have Homestuck? Mm-hmm. That's my Five Nights at Freddy's.
Mm-hmm. I was wondering if there was like a documentary about Five Nights at Freddy's where they like interview Scott about like the making of. That would be interesting.
He does talk about it sometimes. He is open to answering emails quite a bit.
I mean, I would like it if there was like an official documentary.
Call it Behind the Masks.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's standing there for fucking. You used to have nightmares about the character Bonnie. It's the lack of eyebrows.
Huh. I thought of that because I heard that The Escapist is doing a documentary on Yahtzee, the zero punctuation, and I think that sounds like an interesting idea. I think that he's a pretty interesting guy, so should be interesting.
Do you know who I would like to see a documentary on? Professional crew interview people. Know a fucking Christian documentary.
There already are.
But no, like fucking professional. Like they're going to the people, and at the very end they go, and we'd like make it like the fucking Iceman Diaries, where they have fucking instead of Richard Kuklinski, it's Christian.
Uh-huh.
And oh my fucking god. I honestly want to see if you ever think about it, Christian in a comic book would be a good origin for a villain like the Joker.
I was thinking about, or is it like he's doing the interview, and instead of him talking about blowing off a guy's head with a shotgun, he's talking about the time he blew off Imposter Chris or like Liquid Chris's kneecaps with the Megatron gun in the comic. But he's talking about like it's like it really happened.
And it fucking did in his mind. He's sitting there. They have to pull him in the Hannibal Lecter outfit, but the Sonichu mask.
Yeah, like I think I brought it up before, like how his belief in the dimensional urge and how like it would probably be a horrifying thing to like.
Fucking picture if H.P. Lovecraft was still alive when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck! You have all the comic ribbon around. Oh, that'd be a cool idea for a horror story. Is this thing spreading? They have to get all the content creators and murder them all. And you just cut to like fucking, oh no, who's left? And you hear, he fucking got Bleed Man! Good. Bleed Man and Sonichu should have a crossover.
Oh, that'd be neat. I want to say that Bleed Man has done fan art of Sonichu, but I don't know about that. I think It sounds like it might be true, so it probably is.
I've been considering making a D&D homebrew for Sonichu as a playable race.
Oh, that'd be neat.
And their unique mechanic is Eldritch Horror. Every time they attack, the party has to roll a die or be disgusted. Remember when they had that feminism arc where Rose Chew fucking turned into a Hulk and raped somebody?
Oh yeah, the Incredible Lioness.
God.
It's like a female Sonic version of the Incredible Hulk.
God, can you imagine what it would be like to enter Christian? Remember the Evil Within, where they go inside the serial killer's head? Mm-hmm. Where they did it fucking Christian.
Oh, that would be amazing.
And they're walking in there, and you see like the Walking Dead door, but there's Sonic your hands coming out. It says, "All chewed, do not enter. All chewed, do not enter."
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm sorry. I have to get out of my Christian bias for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know why I keep touching my head.
Yeah, I'm doing that too. My forehead is so greasy because of the humidity and.
I fucking hate heat.
Yeah.
I live in Ohio because it is meant to be cold.
Fucking someone asked me, aren't there polar bears in Ohio?
It's kind of like reminds me of a line in the Scott Pilgrim comic where that's something that Ramona says. I don't know if she says like anything about polar bears, but saying like how like I thought you all wore parkas year round or something.
God, Scott Pilgrim takes place in Ohio?
No, it takes place in Canada, so a little bit further north. I think that that comic still kind of holds up. I like to rag on it from time to time. It's just being like, kind of this hipstery, mopey kind of thing that the movie did a lot better. But I still think it still holds a place in my heart. Kind of like a little bit too close to Homestuck, I guess, in that area.
God, hey, I like the idea of a 7 Deadly Exes.
Yeah,
that's a great joke.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. What else was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, I was going to bring up. We can devote this next segment to the creative process again. I was thinking about. I think this might have been like episode 10 or a while back last year, when I was talking about the comic that I was working on and how the comic I was working on then is now gone back to the comic I'm working on now. Because in between then and now, I'd switched to working on Cat Kid. And now I've switched back to working on the Yesterday Kids. The Yesterday Kids is a comic. I'm going to try and describe it a little bit brief right now. It's set in the future. Because I don't think I've talked about it much on either project in detail on this podcast before. And that comes from the area of, this thing isn't finished. I'm not ready to talk about it. It's barely started. Even though I've done a lot of writing on it, I haven't etched out the characters enough. I haven't drawn them out enough or illustrated basically. And it sounds like I'm rambling right now, so I'm just gonna bite the bullet and talk about it a little bit.
Do it.
If that's all right with you.
Do it.
Yeah. So it's about a group of kids. It's set in the future in the 2090s, and it's set after a world war, 50 years after a world war. So everything has mostly been rebuilt. These kids play the role of scavengers or raiders who go out into abandoned cities and buildings and scavenge for supplies and technology to just sell at pawn shops. And when I initially conceived it, it was going to be them as 17-year-olds, about to graduate high school, and then thinking about their future. And one night, one of them finds a map to this treasure that was thought to be lost decades ago that might hold the key to this powerful energy known as nanotech. And but now I've decided to build up to that, because this was also a thing that I was conflicted about with Cat Kid, was how I had started out with the Yesterday Kids. It started out being this huge project that was kind of overwhelming me, and I wanted to switch to get started with something smaller and simpler. And then Cat Kid ended up developing into something huge and this all this world building went into it, to where I was like, okay, I need
You
to
get
step back.
the curse of George Lucas.
Yeah, exactly. And I was thinking about that because Red Letter Media just did their predictions for episode 9. They brought up how in the prequels, George went like crazy with shoving in all this like backstory and world building into the main story, which isn't like compared to like the character building, it's not as important. So I wanted to sort of reevaluate with getting back to the Yesterday Kids. I wanted to focus on the characters and like have smaller scale stuff happen like back to back over the course of like a year within the comic. Just set up all these characters, and then if I wanted to either like keep going or like even separate it into like a different arc, like kind of like Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z, how like it goes from being like comedy or slice of life almost centric to more action and based on like combat and more like plot centric stuff. I was going to experiment with that, and I think that might be the way to go from how I look at it right now.
Something I've been trying to do is I have a story named Smokes. And I brought an engineer. Here's the short and dirty of it. In the far future of they don't fucking know anymore, it is post-apocalyptic. You know, there's a government made of former private mercenary contractors, raider coalitions. Guy named Smokes mouths off to his bitch of a boss. She puts a hatchet in his head, buries him alive, not knowing he's alive. So he claws from his grave and starts murdering the motherfucker who is in the gang. I've been having the idea of trying to make a comic based on it. Just like my idea is the short stories, the novels are his journals, but the comics are like prequels and future quels. Sequels, what the fuck? But my issue is that I kind of want to do world building with each comic, so each comic builds up a region of this world. And something I kind of wanted to do is take a note from Fallout's Tribals, where each one's a distinct culture and population. Maybe I do want to do the kind of thing where there is old world tech and it's almost eldritch technology to them, because there is a giant nanostorm cloud of eldritch energy from alien invaders. Because if I have to write a world, eldritch horror seeps in. But my whole issue is I can't give Smokes... I need to understand the world more. I need to give him a good conclusion. He's a character that is part of... He's a character that started from me, you know, when I get mad and I'm motherfucking you and cussing her out. And that character became a character, that part of me. I am Smokes and Smokes are I.
Do you see that being the first project you put out?
Smokes? Is a novella, hopefully. But I wouldn't mind. I want to do like a short 3-part comic first, maybe. Because it seems simpler than eldritch horror and or superheroes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I got myself talking and now I got a sore throat. I don't usually talk this much.
Can I mention a region idea I had, though, for Smokes? Sure. This is my little world building segment. It's called New Amazonia. It's actually Arizona, but the Raiders fucking... What's that word say? I think it's Amazonia, and my whole idea is that it is an almost entirely woman Raiders group. Because they found a device that can clone, and almost everyone there is genetically descended from one of the 8 people. The fucking issue is if you're accidentally made a man, you become a degenerate monster called a devolved. And that's kind of an issue. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that I tend to overthink a lot of the world building stuff in my stories, because like I started out as a writer, and because I've been coming to this writers group for a long time, it's sort of been like that stickler side of me that's been sort of like baked into my brain.
But why? It's that one question. But why?
Yeah, it's like you never know until you like put it out there. In some cases, like. I don't know. It's there's a point where you can't work on it anymore, and you need to put it out, and that's something that I don't know. I've always struggled with. It's funny because like that was one of the bits of advice that I got at the art class I've been taking. Is it was something like don't ever say it's good enough, and to me that seems very counterintuitive, because it's never going to be good enough. You need to know when to stop.
The artist's eye is your worst fucking enemy. The fucking... It's obsessive detail, would you say, almost? Obsessive detail is what it wants you to do?
Yeah. Well, I know that when I was doing the character lineup for Smokes, it took me, 7 months, would you say? Was it around that long?
Yeah, but...
Yeah, I was, obsessive about the details. And for me, I could have probably, settled on... I mean, I think it came out well. And if I were to do it again, it would probably take less time to get that amount of detail.
Hopefully.
But,
I'm sorry I said hopefully.
yeah.
I apologize.
That's
sir.
fine. It's fine. But yeah, that's another thing that factors into the creative process is streamlining your technique, understanding the tools that you have available. And in my case, digital software, I use Clip Studio, and something that I've been meaning to do is actually study the software that I have and being able to use it to streamline my process.
An artist is only good at his understanding of his tools.
Yes.
You can give a fucking Cro-Magnon, a Wacom tablet. Or you could give Leonardo da Vinci a pencil with a little piece of shit at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to give you a better illustration? Obviously the Cro-Magnon, because they're artistic as fuck. Have you heard about that game, by the way, Ancestors, The Humankind Odyssey?
Mm-mm.
It's made by a guy who made Assassin's Creed. You play as a fucking group of hominids and have to survive Africa 10 million years ago. Mm-hmm. The opening scene is basically bird eats fish, drops fish, snake tries to eat monkey, and fucking everything's trying to kill each other. Mm-hmm. And you're a 3.5 foot tall monkey.
I think I have seen clips of that.
And it's going to be on the fucking Epic Game Store because they're sucking everyone's, come to the dark side.
Yeah, so we still have spyware on our thing, but where else are you going to go? Oh, Steam? Well, we bought, these games, and it's going to be exclusive for a year.
God, that's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Unless... Oh, did they get Cyberpunk already?
No, not to my knowledge.
Imagine if fucking GOG did that. We have exclusive rights to CD Projekt Red because we're butt buddies with them. No,
that would be fine. It would be fine with me because GOG is DRM free.
Yeah, it's pretty much for Cyberpunk choice.
Yeah, but another game that's coming out that I'm really looking forward to is the Destroy All Humans remaster. Yeah. Did you know about that?
No. Fuck yeah! I'm sorry. That's my favorite PS2 game of all time. If I really had to think about it, was fucking Destroy All Humans. Fucking Cryptosporidium was my favorite character. Also, it's a name for a disease that gives you diarrhea.
And I realized on the way over here that Destroy All Humans, it sounds dangerously close to Detroit Become Human.
I want that crossover. Yeah. I'm Connor. I am the cyber hello, monkey. Meet my death ray. Uh-huh. That's a fucking horrible impression.
That'd be neat if,
David Cage directs it.
No, it'd be neat if there was an NPC that looked like Connor in the game.
Do you know what I would want as an NPC? I want a fucking NPC. So will it be on... Obviously, it's going to be a Sony one for PS4.
Yeah, and Xbox probably.
I wouldn't mind getting, fucking, Keanu Reeves as an FPS of a Men in Black.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Fuck, Destroy All Humans would be a good video game to turn into a movie. You could have, the plot be Cryptosporidium fighting one of his clones gone rogue.
Mm-hmm. I could see maybe Tim Burton doing a good version of that.
I would like to see... I'd like to see Taika Waititi do a Destroy All Humans movie.
Yeah.
Because I'm just... You know what era they haven't done? The 90s. And you see the UFO land, fuck this shit, there's no hippies. Mm-hmm. God. I remember the one where they went to the UK. They're fucking... What was the guy who was Crypto's advisor's name?
That was in the game?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
But you know what I'm about, the older alien.
Yeah.
Orthodox.
Okay.
Orthodox. He's fucking making fun of her teeth the entire thing, and then you get blowing up. That game was fucking great.
Yeah. That character was voiced by his name is right in my head. Oh yeah, Richard Horvitz, who also voiced Invader Zim, actually.
Oh my god, that fucking crossover.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that'd be neat.
The fucking croutons, whatever speech you name.
From
Destroy All Humans.
those are the Furons.
Furons.
Yeah.
Fucking Furons invade Invader Zim.
Mm-hmm.
God,
I always liked the idea of a Invader Zim video game
that would be good.
when I was a kid. I don't know if it would translate. I mean, it worked for there were a couple of Nickelodeon games.
Like Bubsy.
Was that a Nickelodeon game?
I thought it was.
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
But SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom is getting remastered.
Hey, if we do have a game you could play, you could switch between Gur and Zim.
Yeah, or I think it would be neat if it was like Banjo-Kazooie, where it's like.
Oh.
Actually, no, like, because Zim already has like that backpack that has like the spider legs that come out, which I always thought was really cool.
I like them.
I really like the amount of world building that went into Invader Zim. It has surprising amounts of like consistency.
Remember the baby episode?
Oh yeah, where they all like turn into like that giant.
That scared me as a kid.
Yeah, there were a lot of scary moments in Invader Zim. The one I always think about is the time travel episode where Zim keeps throwing pigs into like Dib's past and just keep like, and the more he does that, the more Dib gets like horrifically disfigured and like crippled. But then like he gets this like giant robot body.
God,
like tries to kill Zim. There were a lot of dark moments in Zim.
Wasn't like one of the characters a zombie?
Like a recurring character? Or?
Yeah, or like
I don't remember.
I thought it was the dad or Deb's dad. But.
No, that was like his dad was a scientist.
Oh, man. You know, retro aliens are really cool.
Yeah.
Fucking Independence Day fucking ruined them. If they do an Invaders or if they do a Destroy All Humans movie, what would you think if it was set in modern day?
It could work.
If there was one joke I would kind of like to see. You cut to Crypto murdering a guy in a DVD store with his electric beam. He turns, and you cut to You cut to Independence Day blowing up. Like, oh fuck! They beat us here. The damn Martians, which is an actual bit of lore. The Furons and the Martians had a war that led to the Furons going sterile from nuclear radiation.
Oh yeah. That's what's like the catalyst for the whole like first game.
Because it turned out they fucked so many humans. Humans have Furon DNA. That'd be a cool idea for a villain there. Like a Furon or human has more Furon DNA than usual, who's psychic like Crypto is. Man, they should hire me to write that. Like, hello, I am the leading editor. Did you know that there's a fucking wiki for Happy Feet, but it's surprisingly in depth, like to the point that they cross-reference the game and promotional material in both films? Like,
I mean, people certainly don't have much time on their hands, I guess.
God,
or they have too much time on their hands. Sorry.
Like they did this whole theory that this one leopard seal is actually another leopard seal in the sequel. Because they're voiced by the same guy, have the same scar in their eye, and are both Hispanic. Happy Feet was an okay movie.
It's been a while since I watched it.
I remember the fucking, like, the line, the fucking love guru penguin has been stuck in my mind ever since I saw it. Look to the one left of you. No, he's in the virtual eye because I've been known to hypnotize. And he's got the fucking collar around his neck from the six ring. What?
No, we got time.
I have a question for you. Because we were talking about Destroy All Humans, if you had to make a remake or a sequel or a remaster of one game from your childhood, what would it be?
Probably. It's a good question, actually.
Bonus points for obscurity.
Yeah, I gotta think really hard. Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy.
Oh, good choice. Good choice. I need to, I wish I could have gotten into that game.
It's really good. I still recommend looking it up. You can probably play it on Dolphin if you're a dirty illegal pirate or whatever.
I'm the captain now. There's a picture of a dildo that has these two prongs, and someone put that caption there. I'm the captain now. God.
And what about you?
I'd probably go, if I can't pick Destroy All Humans, I would pick Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. It's the best Mortal Kombat spinoff, considering one is unplayable and the other is a hot piece of garbage. It also has probably the best thing they did in the series. Do you know who Cabal is in Mortal Kombat? Mm-mm. He's got the mask and the hook swords.
Okay.
They have him go, and he looks and he goes, thank you very much, and they have him do the Elvish accent.
Yeah.
But they don't have him say thank you very much on screen. It's just Cabal thanks you very much. They also had, like, it was the first time in the series they fucking showed Shao Kahn without his mask on, because you get to fucking beat him with his own hammer. It was really cool. Because, they were able to take Mortal Kombat, turn it into a beat-em-up, a two-player beat-em-up.
I think my second choice would be maybe Jade Empire.
Ooh.
Because I never got, I think I might still own it, actually, on Xbox.
Check Steam.
Yeah. It might be on Steam. I don't know. I know that Knights of the Old Republic is still on Steam, which is also another choice I'd have.
I have trouble watching Star Wars because I've been just so dissatisfied with Star Wars IP as of late.
Yeah, that's
fucking Snoke's death still pisses me off. Mm-hmm. Let him explain who the fuck he is, then kill him.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen the Red Letter Media predictions of?
I have.
Oh, yeah. What do you think about Mike's time travel theory?
I am scared because I believe it.
It's me too. I think that they are going to try that, and it's going to be awful and amazing to see.
What if you fucking cut to J.J. Abrams who is directing?
Mm-hmm.
J.J. Abrams is like, oh fuck, we need to change the script in less than 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've actually heard that there are already rewrites while they're filming or something, or re-edits or something. So I guess you might not be too far off.
Fucking fuck.
Another thing was, what was I gonna say? I'll think of it later. Speaking of taking the subject off of terrible movies and talking about an actually good movie, Kung Pao Enter the Fist is a movie that I've been hearing hearing people talk about lately again, and it's a movie that I need to watch soon again. It's just it's funny how it's from what I remember, and given how many people are talking about it still, it seems like its humor is aged really well, surprisingly well. Because a lot of it's actually there aren't many cultural references from what I remember. A lot of it was just the goofiness of people dubbing over old martial arts footage and sort of riffing on bad dubs. The only two cultural references that I remember from the film were the Matrix parody with the cow shooting milk. And basically, yeah. And the other one was there was a Lion King parody scene, which I'm not going to give away. But,
all right.
Those are the only two that I remember. There might have been more. There probably were more, but there's still a lot of jokes that are still being quoted today. So,
do you know what one of my favorite comedies is? The Addams Family movies.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I'm so fucking pissed off.
Yeah, I was hopeful that it would be good, but from watching the trailer, I'm like, doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like they keep some of the macabre stuff from the original illustrations, but I guess some of the movies, but it looks like it's gonna be one of those sanitized things. But,
fucking Raul Julia is fucking Gomez Adams. He is better than the fucking original.
Mm-hmm.
God, Uncle Fester is Christopher Lloyd.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it was perfect casting in my eyes.
Mm-hmm. Drop my notes. That's the second episode in a row where I've made jokes about nuts.
Maybe you lost your marbles.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking sucked.
Yeah, I just kind of laughed out of reflex or pity.
Pity. I do not need your pity. I'm a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Did you see that Collider thing? No, I finally saw the thing. Did I mention it last podcast where I watched the guy who watched the new Star Wars show?
Yeah.
Did I mention it on podcast?
We didn't mention it on the podcast, I don't think.
Okay, can I tell you about that? Imagine his reaction. Imagine the entire opposite. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it. Whoosh, woo. Fucking that's it. That's the whole fucking trailer. My eyes is just Daisy Ridley. What's her name?
Yeah.
Daisy Ridley.
Yeah.
God.
I had to think because Was she? Is that her, or is that the girl from Rogue One? But yeah,
No.
that is Daisy Ridley.
Yeah.
The one from Rogue One is
Felicity.
Felicity Jones. Yeah.
Daisy Ridley sounds like the two new characters from Smash.
Yeah. I haven't heard that joke before 10 or 20 times already.
I actually didn't hear that joke before. Wow, that's how fucking original I am. But God,
I mean, that just shows like how much of my time I waste on the internet.
you know what always bugs me about like Star Wars stuff is that they can't capture the original feeling, but they try too hard.
Yeah.
That's one thing you can say about the prequels. The prequels didn't try that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they at least tried something new.
I kind of like the prequels.
Yeah. Like, there's some moments, I think, that stand out. For me, like, Duel of the Fates is the one I always point
Every
to.
scene with Grievous and Darth Maul.
Yeah. I think Grievous was handled better in the cartoons, though.
I
Not
agree.
the Clone Wars, but Genndy Tartakovsky's Clone Wars.
You know what I would have done? Though? I would have combined Grievous and Darth Maul into one character, and they have them get cut in half, and Obi-Wan's like, "You are a fool," and then you have him fucking like go, "Hello there," Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm. You ever seen like Genndy Tartakovsky's the micro series?
I have not actually.
Because like there are some really good moments. Like I want to say like the whole like series is just the good moment. Like there's like when Grievous first shows up at the end of the first season, it's like really really good. Like
does he feel threatening?
yeah, like a lot more threatening than he is in like the movies or the Clone Wars series. And like every time he shows up, I think he like kills like 50 people or not like that many, but like there's at least one character who dies whenever he shows up.
He walks over, not a single person dies, and now I will take my leave. And he walks away, and an old lady falls over dead. I'm sorry, just love a mental idea. That's the ability every time he shuts the door, someone dies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd highly recommend. I think that all the episodes are up on YouTube right now.
All right. When did it come out?
It came out like 2003, actually.
Oh, that one. Mm-hmm. It's the one with the almost Art Deco style?
Yeah.
That's what I like about Star Trek. Star Wars aesthetic. Mm-hmm. I apologize. I've been watching too much Red Letter Media. I started talking about Star Trek. Mm-hmm. But I like how the technology is kind of crappy looking.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to say it's like their budget combined with Ralph McQuarrie's design that helps pull that off.
Yeah, like I really like Grievous's design of prequel the most because he's just fucking organs in a head.
Mm-hmm. And they actually explain like why he's always coughing in the movie in the Tartakovsky series. Which
why?
You'll have to watch and find out because it's really interesting.
Sweet.
Or it's not like it's cool. I'd say not like it's also I guess. Depending on your definition of interesting. But it's mostly
what bugs me about Rogue One that I've been thinking about, by the way? Remember the fucking Darth Vader's castle within the fucking sea of lava?
Uh-huh.
Why the fuck?
It's just to like remind him, or it's like Palpatine probably made him live, or like gave him like the castle there to remind him of like all the pain he's going through.
I'm just picturing, you see him and he's meditating and you get the guy going, "Yes, my lord," and he leaves.
It's like, I bought you a castle on the planet where you killed your wife and also lost all your limbs.
And when they leave, he turns around and he turns on a TV projector. It's fucking Tahiti from Endgame or from Far From Home, and he leans back, relaxing. Mm-hmm. Darth Vader's a cool design. Mm-hmm. I liked in the first movie where you could see the fingerprints in his helmet.
Oh, yeah, but speaking of Far From Home, that's like I want to say that's it's been I want to say my opinion of it is sort of decreased over time. I don't know why. It's like I guess it's just hasn't really stuck with me. Like aside from like probably just the end credit scene, like is the only thing that like really stuck with me, and also the Mysterio sequence. Obviously,
yes, obviously. I'm sorry. They should have had one more. You know what they should have done, like, during the chase scene? Have the drones, but, like, have, like, fucking one of them turns into the Vulture, one of them turns into... Does the news people know what Thanos looks like?
Does what?
In the Marvel Universe, do they know what Thanos looks like, the public?
That's a good question. I don't think they do.
Can you imagine that, like, because they call it the blip, but they're not sure. Can you imagine that just fucking happened, like, Thanos returns, like... Who the fuck is this big purple motherfucker? You and a Hulk's friends? God.
I kicked his ass once, so I guess that counts.
God. I was talking to my therapist, and we got talking to Marvel near the end of our thing, and she said, like, the moment that struck out to her in Infinity War is when he caught Hulk's fist, and Hulk starts running. I used to watch this documentary as a kid, and they had these chimpanzees, and they had this one. He used to grab the other chimps, both wrists with one hand, so when he beat them, they couldn't shield their face. That reminds me of Thanos.
Are you ready to wrap it up?
I am.
Yeah, me too. I think I'm out of material and also out of throat. My throat's starting to hurt, so I was trying to phrase
Every
it.
time you talk, you lose an inch to your esophagus.
Oh, I wish. I won't be able to spew bullshit out of my mouth anymore. Or maybe that's a bad thing. I don't know. We'll find out next time, because I've been Tony,
And I've been Zach.
and this has been the Monkey Bar.